Hey traders, this is Travis from 24FX Academy for another Wednesday webinar. Thank you for everyone who has joined us at our Zoom channel, also on Periscope. And if you're watching this on YouTube Live, hey, what's going on, guys? So if you don't know, this is your first time, like I said, I'm Travis from 24FX. I have a partner named Paul. He's out in Barcelona, currently sleeping or probably working on our trading system. Hey, Paul, if you are listening to this on the YouTube channel, hey, and anybody who missed the webinar, this will be live on YouTube. Well, not live, but recorded on YouTube. If you do like the video, it gives us a thumbs up. Or if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get alerts, hit the little bell notification either on the left or the right at the bottom of the video, or maybe it's on the sidebars. I can't remember these things. But I'm Travis. I'm your psychology and fundamental coach. Paul masters technical analysis and getting you ready for your strategy. Today, before we get into any technical charts and some fundamental news, I would like to talk about our disclaimer. So let's get into that. 24FX Academy is a financial data and news portal. Anything that's discussed is not for investment or any investment advisory uh, recommendations. Everything that we talk about is for forecasting and educational purposes. This disclaimer will be at the bottom of our YouTube video as well. I'm going to keep this up for a few more minutes. But also know this is not for tax and legal advice at all. So anything that is being said, it's about the news, baby. All about the news. So with that being said, thank you. Let's get into the website webinar. So I just traded this US dollar Japanese yen trade. I got in actually at this area of the chart. Actually use this highlighting too. Got in the zone. Just took profit over here. Just got out at the 8 o'clock close. Something that I just did. Pretty dope. Pretty fun. What I'm using is a 30-minute chart here with some chart volume using past data and current volume, and also using a VWAP channel. Also have at the bottom is my RSI, just to confirm the uptrends, the downtrend, and also to double check if we're overbought, oversold. So that's what we have here. But let's get into the fundamentals. We're going to talk about the US section, but quick recap. Congratulations to Theresa May. She actually won the confidence vote. She got 200 votes compared to her competitor who had 117 votes. That did affect the pound. We're gonna look at that as well on the charts to see how that affected it. But I want to just break down to all the major bullet points on my notepad. So the PM may sorry about that. So Theresa May survived the conventional leadership challenge, and like I said, she had 200 votes. Still, right now, Brexit deal will be in continuing. So with that being said, she will be representing the UK and the Euro for that. The US headline CPI was a flat reading for November. Uh, so just CPI of another 0.2% as expected. Also, the EI crude oil stockpiles down 1.2 million barrels versus the projected 3.0 million decline. So oil not doing well. We'll see that also reflecting in the Aussie dollar and also in the Canadian dollar. We also had inflation rates. That's on my that's not on my notepad, but we're gonna pull that up right here. So let's just hit the refresh button on this website. And here we go. So Wednesday, inflation rates. So previously we was at 2.5. We actually closed at 2.2, causing the US dollar to fall down further. And also the catalyst for that, if we look at the charts, we had index. We're gonna look at some charts, but yeah, that's what we have. So as we see here, the May confident vote results, even though it's not here, like we talked about, she got 200 out of the 117. So congratulations, Teresa. Hope that good things happen. Like I said, I'm really bullish in quarter 1 for euro and also the pound. Right now, it's not doing well, but things slowly may turn around for the May. So let's look at our charts, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't know, usually on Fridays we take a look at the COT report. On Wednesdays we just do a double confirmation of looking at charts. So we'll start from left to right. I want to start with US dollar CAD, but before we start there, let's first do this the right way. I apologize, guys. I haven't had notes in a while, but I have them mentally right here in my head, and also I have my whiteboard fill it up. Like I have a strategy. I don't know why I'm using it. Let's look at the whiteboard. So first, let's look at the dollar index. So dollar index has fallen. This is on a 4-hour chart. If you're looking at this, we have pivot points, which are these magenta colors. We have this magenta line here, which is our moving average on a 55. We have this blue conversion line, part of our Ichimoku cloud. This gold line, as you can read, says monthly levels. And that's what we have here, guys. So today, we'll just jump to the hourly. When the US session opened at 9, we'll just go to the 9 o'clock chart, continue falling, and then creating consolidation around the Ichimoku cloud. So once we break this cloud on the hourly, we'll strongly consider bears. Until then, we are getting bearish because we're below our 55 moving average and below the Ichimoku, and then we're below our R1 level. Once we break this Ichimoku cloud and get below the pivot zone for the weekly, will be great. This will be strong bearish territory. Looking at this on the hourly, looks like we're creating a similar to a head and shoulders pattern. So if we can get a little high rise here and then move down, that'll be great. I'll illustrate that using this tool, not that one, but this little curve tool or arch. Hey, where's my arch, man? Here we go. So this is one shoulder here. Come on. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. Having technical difficulties on the technical charts. And then this is the head. And then we should have a potential shoulder right here in this zone. So depending on how the indexes roll, and let's take a look at that. So as we can see here, we have dollar index. We had the Dow Jones close positively, S&P 500 close positively for the day, Nasdaq close positively for the day, causing the dollar index to have a negative impulse for the day. Right now, currently, because the dollar index keeps rolling, just like the forex, it's still moving. So right now it's in a positive, but for the day, like I said, it goes negatively because of those indexes. So that's what we have here. And usually, if you're in our Telegram chat group, I will give you a forecast. Like I said, we do not give technical alerts in the sense of take profits and stop losses. These are all forecasts in the sense that, hey, this is what the market's doing. We don't say, hey, the market's falling or get into this area. We just say, hey, this is what the charts are looking like. Be aware. And also, this is the fundamental news. And then you make your own conclusions. But with that being said, I know we talked about US dollar CAD. We're going to jump into that in a few minutes. But it was a great trade for this week. And I'll show you that as well. So let's get into that. So this is the CAD. This is the dollar index. So we're going to go here. This chart here. We're going to talk about the US dollar CAD. So yesterday on the 11th, which was Tuesday, I told our family, hey, guys, we're looking kind of bearish, only due to the dollar index, nothing more. So just be aware that, hey, you may be getting some bearish pressure against the US dollar CAD. And that's what happened. We had this zone. Let me just take this off for a few seconds. So I got in this area, took the trade down. This was my entry. Got in, took profit today. It was great. Real patient, have a trading system, and just traded. I just combined my fundamental news and also an alert. I said, hey, um, if this happens, then I will do this, but just be mindful, guys. This is not trading advice. So I'm just telling people, hey, this is what I'm doing for these reasons. And just be mindful. This is what's going on in the market currently. So that was a great trade. If we actually measure it out, get the measuring tool like to cooperate. This was like above 45 pips. It was a great trade. Not to be a greedy guy. Nice and simple. Didn't have to work hard for this. Made a good amount of money. I don't like to talk about the profits, but if you do want to see the profits, we do share them in our Telegram group. We're real traders, baby. So yeah, that was a simple trade. Didn't expect it to go any further because of my VWAP was in his zone. So that was a simple trade. So that was that. Let's get into my favorite pair here, which is also before we get back to any other pairs. Let's get back onto the USDCAD on the NADEX system that I have here. So also the reason why pivot point area, 55 moving average, just didn't look good technically. Also, if you look at this, we have a double top. We have the top here, and then we have a lower high here. When you have a lower high creating a double top, you're gonna have bearish pressure naturally. The rejection was in this area, hence why my take profit was in this area, and my entry was based off of the last leg, or I would say neckline. We could call this the neckline. So entry was in this zone for this reason. Take profit was here for this reason. Like, you don't have to really guess as a trader. You just have to have reasons and know-how. And if you're looking for know-how, Paul and I can give you strategies and the fundamental idea how the trading world works. It's not really that difficult. I think people make it more difficult than what it is. Having a trading strategy builds confidence, and in doing it multiple times, building that muscle as a trader makes you better. Trading on a demo account really doesn't do much, but helps you understand how to navigate through the software or the terminal that you're using. But you need to trade with live money. There's nothing more than using something of your own and knowing that you can lose it. It helps with your psychology, helps manage your emotions. So my strongest opinion regarding trading would be, hey, start with a small account and grow with it, and try not to make $1 million off of that first $100 trade. I'm all about percents. I'm not about dollars. So my goal every day, hey, 33%. I mean, 0.33%, and my risk is gonna be 0.05% of my account, honestly, and that helps me survive. If I'm swing trading, then I go by how many trades I can do, but also percent. That's how I go. So that's how you survive the game of trading. But anyway, sorry going on that tangent. Let's get into another trading pair. So we're gonna be looking at the euro. Euro is looking very sideways on the 4 hour. We have this potential reverse head and shoulders. And as you can see, we're barely breaking the last shoulder. If we break below this S2 level, it's negative. It's a wash. This is not a reverse head and shoulders pattern, but it looks like we're holding up. We're holding up. And as the dollar index continues to weaken, we can push to these levels. I know in last week's webinar and also COT report, I said I will start getting in this area. Since we haven't hit this area, that's why I haven't showed any reports of, hey, it's time to be bullish. There's no bullish sentiment, so I wouldn't want to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. We're barely holding this pivot zone on a 4 hour. Once we can hold this zone, I would say it's time to trade it. Till then, it's not enough value. We still have a lot of dollar index strength. And if we look on our strength index, Switzerland franc is now losing its power, but the euro is growing. Great British pound is growing strength. So, like I said, as we get closer to the end of 2018, getting into the first quarter, hey, if you haven't seen these videos that I'm doing and Paul's doing, you'll see if you track our history. When I do these little alerts and these videos, hey, these slowly happen. So just be mindful. Hey guys, Travis is not crazy. It just takes time, and that's the thing about being a trader. You need to have patience. That's the key. You know, if you're a swing trader, still have to have patience. You shouldn't be just trading. You have a trading strategy, and you wait for the setup, and you take it and you out for less than 30 seconds. But you don't just trade just to trade. You have a strategy. Swing traders, scalpers, day traders, and investors. Everybody has a strategy, and there's different times of how you move in this in the sense of span. Scalper, 30 seconds to maybe 5 minutes. Swing trader, 30 minutes to 4 hours. Day trader, 2 days to a week. Investor, a year into maybe 5 years. So with that being said, you still have to have a strategy based off your time parameters and also volume and all these great things to make this soup of a trading strategy. So, with that being said, back to the currency strength index, euro and Great British pound slowly will get in strength. As the Switzerland franc falls, we will get more strength with the Japanese yen. We may also see some New Zealand dollar power coming up soon. So, not for long. It'll be a quick swing. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, but something to watch out for. Um, let's get back into the charts. So, sorry, let's get rid of this because I'm not going to use it today. Um, Switzerland franc, U.S. dollar, Switzerland franc. We've been holding it. Bearish. It's been a while since we've been bearish, but we're in here finally. As long as we don't break through this cloud, we still have a chance. We have this wicks coming lower. The only thing that's keeping this not to plummet down is that dollar index strength. If we look at this on a daily, we're still bullish, not strong bulls any longer. Um, we're in between two monthly pivot zones. We're also close to S1 level. We're still below the 55 moving average. So as I said, just be mindful. Just be very careful. On a 4 hour, you want to get into these zones down here. Feel comfortable. As I said, as soon as we break this conversion line, safe to, get a little bearish again. But right now, you just need more momentum. Keep an eye on the dollar index that will tell you what you're doing. If you're trading any US dollar pair, look at the dollar index. Why guess? It's, it's in the soup. It's right here, man. So, yeah, guys. That's that. I'm gonna get into Great British Pound US dollar next. So let's pull this up over here and make this bigger. All right, Great British Pound USD. Let's take a look of today. So I know on Sunday night I sent out some alerts to tell people, hey, keep an eye out for certain moves. Doesn't seem like we hit this level, but we still got very bearish as projected. Taking a look at this on the hourly, looks pretty good, guys. Looks pretty good, but now it looks like the bears are slowly trying to fill that momentum. Get back on the daily. So we have this downtrend, but we have this weird setup here. So we're on a downtrend. If we can break this area and keep it, as we see here on a weekly, we could not hold below. So we're below the zone that I would say is great to start shorting, but we don't have strong momentum. So I would say just be mindful, guys, that hey, the bears may be going to sleep and hibernating. So keep an eye out, especially looking at this daily candle. because we pushed out of that zone. Just hope that this is a retest because now we're going into Thursday. Um, this is the last day for the week, honestly, for the Great British Pound and the Euro period. So just keep an eye out. I want to say be super bearish. Wait for confirmation. If you are bearish, wait for confirmation. If you're bullish, hey, wait for confirmation. But right now, I see some signs that the bulls may be slowly coming back. Bears are slowing up. And if we pull up our RSI, hence why we rejected, got to the overbought area on a bigger time frame. So let's get back to the 4 hour. Just keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen. This may be a turnaround. And that's our webinar. I'm not going to be taking a lot of questions today. Most of the questions I answered pre the webinar in our chat group. So I want to say thank you everyone for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to join our webinar, no, not webinar, our Telegram group. If you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like. If you don't like, give us a thumbs down or leave a comment. And if you do want to join our family, subscribe. We're growing slowly, as you can tell. If you look at our past videos, it's only been 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks, 2.5 months, and we're doing great. I love you guys. Take care. So long.